Alright, this is my opinion on my personal experiences with the Xbox One compared to the PS4. Like, I'm new to this whole video game thing, so I don't know nothing about anything, you know. But I saw a lot of people that were playing Xbox 360 at the time, and there's like a debate between, oh, you know, what's better, Xbox 360 or PS3. I always used to be you know, a lot of my friends at the time had Xbox, you know, and I liked the controller. You know, I liked the way the controller felt and everything, and you know, it was cool, you know. So, but when the whole Xbox One and PS4 came out, I didn't purchase it. I didn't make a big deal about it because I wasn't into video games at the time. And then my kids got older, and I ended up getting them a 360, and they played with it. You know, I played with it just a little bit, but you know, it was alright. It was good. It was fun. 360 is fine. The Xbox 360 is fine. But then I ended up, you know, as my kids got older, I wanted to, you know, bond with them more. So I started to think about playing with them because they got to the age where they were good at playing. And I'm like, hey, you know, I want to play games with them. So I ended up deciding to get the Xbox One because I thought that, hey, you know, Xbox 360 was good, so Xbox One's got to be to the next level. So I ended up getting the Xbox One. So I got the Xbox One, I got 4 controllers, I got 8 games, and I was playing it. And the game that I like the most is Call of Duty Black Ops 3, specifically the Zombies mode, right? What I like about it is like the 4-player one. It splits into 4 screens, and I could play with 3 of my kids, and we have a blast playing it. But there's several issues about the Xbox One that really disappointed me. For one, and this goes up with, I mean, for one, the whole having to update and load. Like, you put a video game in there, and it literally takes like hours to update the system. And I didn't realize this, but you pretty much, it's almost like you can't even play the games without the internet. And that was very disappointing, because the 360, you know, you don't need internet. You can just pop in the game and you start playing. That's what I thought the Xbox One was gonna be like, but no. It's like you literally cannot even play the game unless you have the internet, because it needs to do updates, and it won't even let you play the game unless you do the updates. And this goes with every single game that I put in there. I put a new game in, okay, now you gotta wait 3 hours for it to update before you can even play. And then on top of that, even after you wait the 3 hours to update, a week goes by, then it needs another update, and then you need to log into the internet again, and then while it's updating, you can't even play. You gotta wait till the update's over, and that is just the most annoying thing. Like, it just angered me so much. Okay, so that part I dislike with a passion. Okay, the other part that just really pissed me off is okay, the Xbox Black Ops 3 Zombies. I'm playing with my kids. There's a split screen, 4 players, and all the time we get to like round 8, and then it just starts over by itself. Like, it just stops. All of a sudden, it just shuts down. And this does not just happen once. It happened like probably over 20 times. And it's just like, I did not pay all this money for this game just to shut off on me. And there's no explanation. There's nothing to explain why this is going on. What I think it is, I think there's some type of glitch where there's just too many things going on at once, because it's 4 controllers going at the same time, and then it just overloads and then it just shuts off. That's the only thing that I think that's going on. Because when we're playing 3 players or 2 players, it doesn't do that. But when it does 4 players, it does it like all the time. You know, and that really pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? So that, and then also the Xbox, the controllers, every single controller, the wireless one, they need batteries, you know, and that you got to get rechargeable batteries. You got to constantly recharge batteries, and that is annoying too. Okay, so and then in addition, what else is annoying is like signing on just to play is like, it's like such a a challenge. It's like, just to play the game, not only do you need the internet for these stupid updates, but you also need to like sign on to an email account, put in your password, and then that's for every single controller. So I add a controller, now I need to sign on with another email and make a password. I put another controller, now I gotta sign on with another email, make a password, and then all of a sudden, every so often, they're gonna ask you, what's your password? And then if you forget your password, then you gotta send the code to your phone, type in the code to, it's just like, do all this stuff, signing on to all these different things just to play a game. That pisses me off to a passion as well. You know what I'm saying? Requiring all this personal information that you gotta give just because you want to play a video game. And then when I'm trying to sign on, there's all these different things that prevent you from signing on. Oh, you know, you can't sign on because you're connected to the internet. You gotta do it offline. Then I go offline, and then it says, oh, you know, then all of a sudden it just doesn't work. I can't put in more than one controller. And then I gotta reset the whole thing in order to get the other controllers to get involved. I mean, the Xbox thing just pisses me off so much. The Xbox One in particularly, it pisses me off so much to the point where I'm like, you know what the hell is going on here? So what ended up happening is I ended up buying another 360 because I had a 360 at school, but I didn't have one at my home, to just like get away from all that. So I got 360, and it's not the problems with the Xbox One, but the problem with the 360 is just the graphics is just nothing compared to the Xbox One. So you kind of get used to the Xbox One graphics, and you don't want to get back to the 360 graphics. So then it's just kind of like, that's the part that's the problem with the 360. And then I start thinking, okay, what if I get the PS4? Will I have the same problems with the PS4 that I have with this Xbox One? So I got the PS4. I just got it yesterday. I played it, I played it, I tested it out. This is what I see so far. Okay, I got the PS4. I still had to do the update at the beginning. I had to do like the whole 3-hour update thing, 4-hour update thing, just from putting the game in it. It was a 4-hour update from the get-go. Okay, so I did the 4-hour update. Okay, so then you had to sign on with each controller just like the Xbox One. So I had to sign on with an email account. Okay, I did that, boom. Okay, I played the game. Okay, so what I noticed the difference, the controllers feel different. They're smaller. You just have to get used to it. But it's similar to the Xbox. It's not like the Xbox, but it's similar. And even though at this point I still prefer the Xbox controller over the PS4 is not that bad. I could get used to it. I'm starting to get used to it. So the controller's not bad. What I do like about the PS4 controller is that you could charge it with the USB. You don't gotta deal with all those batteries that the Xbox One deals with, which is really, really nice. Okay, that's what I like. So far things are going smooth. It's easier to sign on. It's not giving me those issues of signing out with the Xbox, because the Xbox is like constantly I gotta reset the whole system just to sign on the other controllers. But so far the PS4, I don't gotta deal with that. The graphics are just as good as the Xbox One. So the graphics are, pretty much the same. So far everything is going okay with the PS4. And as long as the thing doesn't reset on me like the way the Xbox One is doing, then I'm all good. But the nice thing about the PS4, you can plug in the controllers and have them charge while you're playing. You can't do that with the Xbox One. There's nothing to plug the controllers into. Okay, so right now, as of right now, because of my difficulties with the Xbox One, I am more promoting more of the PS4 at this moment. As far as price is concerned, I think the PS4 is even a better deal. I think it's priced even less than the Xbox One. I think the controllers, I know for sure, cost less. I think the PS4 controllers are maybe $50. The Xbox controllers like over $60. Okay, the system's around the same price. I think the games cost a little bit less. So far, I'm going to be promoting the PS4. The Xbox One is just driving me crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's pissing me off. You know what I'm saying? It really is. And then I asked the store associate at the GameStop, like, in your opinion, what do you think is better, PS4 or Xbox One? He said PS4. You know, he said it's more of a gaming system. And the Xbox One is more sold, advertises more as an entertainment system. And that's the thing that I don't need and I don't want. I'm not looking for an entertainment system. I'm looking for a game system. I'm looking for something where I could put the game in there and just play. I'm not looking, you know, to connect to the internet, to watch movies, to chat online, to go on Skype, to do all this garbage, this crap. I just want to put the game in there and play, okay? And so far, I think the PlayStation 4 was what I needed, not the Xbox One. This whole thing about logging onto the internet with this whole future of gaming thing, it's disappointing because I like the whole split screen thing, playing with my kids and everything, but a lot of these games, they're not even for players. You know, like a lot of these games are single players, and then you log online, you play with other people that have logged online, and I'm not into that. You know, so right now I got the 360, I got the Xbox One, and I got the PS4. And I'm pretty much planning to maybe stick to the PS4 and just sell the Xbox One and sell the extra 360 that I got that I don't need anymore. But that's my feedback on it so far. I mean, this is just my honest review. I just want to help people save money because I just shelled out a bunch of money not knowing, you know, what was best for me. You know, now I know. I know that this Xbox One is not for me. The 360 is fine. But so far, the PS4, I'm cool with it. You know, as long as it don't reset on me, like the whole Xbox thing, I'm good. You know, so it's like I'm not paying all this money, you know, for a system that just all of a sudden you're playing, and all of a sudden it just resets on you constantly. You know, like I said, I think there's a glitch where too many things going on at once. It's like overloading, you know, the system, and then it's like, we can't take anymore, we just shut this off. And I even read an article about that where they're saying in the zombies mode, the split screen 4 players is just basically challenging the system to its max because there's so many things going on, you know. And I think that's what's going on. It's just shutting off because of that. But most people might not realize that because most people might never play the 4-player split screen, and they don't have the same problems that I'm having, you know. But I mean, I think everybody has their personal preference and what they want the system, what they want to get out the system. But for me, I miss the days where you just have a game, you just throw it in there, you start playing. There's no signing onto the internet. There's no waiting for a 10-hour update and all this other crap. And this is another thing I think about the PS4 that I think is better. I think you could still play while it's updating, but the Xbox One doesn't let you do that. You gotta wait for the update to be over before you can even play. It won't even let you play at all. Like, the game literally doesn't work. It's like you don't even have the game unless you do the update. That's the thing that pisses me off. But with the PS4, from what I noticed, while it's updating, you can still play. So far, that's what I've noticed, I think. But that's the thing that really upsets me. It's like you spend all this money on a video game. You spend like $60 on a video game, and you can't even play the game unless you got the internet. Unless you update it with the internet. It just don't make sense to me. It really doesn't. And then another thing I didn't like about the Xbox One is like it comes with 500 gigabytes of memory. But then every time I play a game, less and less memory is available to the point where it's saying you don't have any memory anymore. So then it's like, you know, I bought these games, I spent money to buy these games, and now I can't even play the game because you're saying I don't have any memory? Like, I don't understand. I really don't. You know, I really don't understand it. So I'm like aggravated with it to the point where it's just like, I gotta let the people know. You know, I'm like, don't waste the money on this, or at least know what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like the 360 how it was in the past, where you could buy like 50 games and you just throw the game there and you play. Here it's like, you're like, the memory is just like disappearing every time you put a game in there. And it's like, I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't understand that. Because I'm not even downloading any games. I'm just playing the games on the disc, and then it's just taking up all this memory on the system. So, I don't know. This is my feedback on it. But the only game that I really play is the Call of Duty, the Black Ops Zombies thing. That's the only game that I even care to play. So, as long as it runs smoothly on the PS4, then I'm all good. And I'm going to get rid of that Xbox One, you know. So, that's what, you know, in my opinion, from my experiences, PS4 so far is way better than the Xbox One, in my opinion, so far. That's what I think.